Hey, how's it going? In this video, I wanted to analyze Kawaki as a character. I feel as though he is one of the most interesting characters presented in the Boruto series. I will address his history, motivations, his hypocrisy, and more. This video will go into spoilers for the manga, so if you are an anime only watcher, I advise you leave right now. Otherwise, let's get started. Boruto episode 293 had a very compelling ending, foreshadowing a lot of events to come, as well as showing both Boruto and Kawaki's motivations moving forward, as they shift from brothers to individuals fighting for their own ordeals. Boruto's motivation is to defy his prophecy, and for the first time, he tells Kawaki what Momoshiki had told him after he received his karma, that he would lose everything. Kawaki's response says everything we need to know about him as a character. He says, "Boruto, what do you consider to be everything? Your family? Your friends?" I never had any of those things. To me, everything means that Lord Seven continues to live. Don't forget that. Toxic upbringing. So Kawaki grew up with a neglectful father and who was also abusive. A man who made his own son work to make money in order to satisfy his own alcohol addiction. We don't know anything about Kawaki's mother. It's possible she died giving birth to Kawaki or left when he was very young. To make things worse, Kawaki fell into the sight of Kara. A monk serving as the vessel for Ishiki Otsutsuki paid Kawaki's father a lot of money to own Kawaki's existence. During his time in Kara, Kawaki was experimented on and was branded with the Karma seal, witnessing other children dying in the process. To warp his reality more, he was thrown into harsh training regimens every single day and was beaten if he ever backed down or showed that he didn't have a lot of energy. Kawaki never knew love during his formative years, so it only made sense that the first person who showed him kindness would be someone he'd revolve his entire life around. Kawaki even tells Naruto that he brought light into his empty soul by giving him a home and a life, something to fight for. It's easy to follow behind Kawaki at the beginning. We are sympathetic towards his past, and we grow to adore the bond he shares with Naruto. But soon, that bond shifts from being heartwarming to disturbing. When Kawaki reawakens his karma seal in chapter 66, he shows little compassion for anyone's life, not caring if a comrade died so long as Naruto survived. Kawaki doesn't hesitate to kill Boruto despite that being his brother. He even states to Naruto that he doesn't care if Shikamaru dies, showing his indifference towards people. He completely ignores Naruto's pleas to spare his son. Kawaki dismisses Naruto's will because he doesn't truly understand love. When you truly love someone, you respect their feelings and acknowledge them. Love requires respect from both parties, but Naruto was not granted any respect in that moment. He makes the excuse that Boruto is the demon after Naruto's life, never acknowledging that Boruto is the true victim of this situation. He even goes as far as using Boruto's consent as an excuse to carry out his selfish act. The thing is, regardless if Boruto wanted to die or not, Kawaki would have went through with killing his brother anyway. He doesn't even hesitate or even show in his face any sense of remorse when inflicting the final blow. If anything, he showed hatred and malice towards Boruto in that moment. Kawaki early on in the Boruto series stated how much he hated the karma, how it was a symbol of all the pain he's ever been through. Then he shifts to all of a sudden being grateful towards it because he saved Naruto's life from Momoshiki's massive Rasengan. He claims to hate the Otsutsuki, yet uses their powers to carry out his own goals, not realizing his actions are actually making him more like Ishiki every single day, and he would never care to admit that. The monk Jigen told him that he was an empty vessel, that nothing can truly fill his heart, which Kawaki believes in to this day. Yet, Kawaki contradicts this mindset because he uses Naruto as motivation to survive. In chapter 77 of the Boruto manga, Kawaki admits to Naruto and Hinata that he was very disappointed to hear that Boruto survived in chapter 66, knowing he would have to go through a killing Boruto again. And it's very ironic that the person he wants to kill the most looks almost completely identical to the person he loves the most. When Boruto asks Kawaki in chapter 78, why is he doing this? He says, because you're an Otsutsuki, Boruto. Yet, Kawaki is just as much of an Otsutsuki as Boruto is. He may be 80% and doesn't have to worry about Ishiki taking over his consciousness like Momoshiki does to Boruto, but the fact still remains the same. He doesn't promise Boruto to look after him if Momoshiki takes over. He completely drops the idea of using karma to resurrect Boruto as well. All of this is a manifestation of his jealousy of Boruto, disguised as a desire to save the Hokage. Really, he just wants to take his spot. Once again, Kawaki doesn't even acknowledge Naruto or even Hinata's feelings, but rather stores them away, then deal with the consequences of his actions. Kawaki learned about Naruto's backstory from Kurama, someone who has been around Naruto his entire life. He not only found someone who showed him love for the first time, but also had a relatable story to his own. This made Kawaki very grateful and even brought him to tears. During the Himawari Ninja Academy arc, Kawaki goes into great detail about facts on Naruto. Although this scene is meant to be comedic, it shows how far his idolization for Naruto has gone. While he understands Naruto's life, he fails to understand the lessons Naruto was trying to teach him. Kawaki doesn't understand what made Naruto the person he is today. Naruto became the hero of the Leaf Village, then the hero of the entire world, and finally became Hokage because he formed bonds with others. Despite his upbringing, he accepted love from others, and that's what made him strong. Naruto even teaches Kawaki the concept of Ninshu in a subtle manner, stating that chakra bonds everyone together, and that through unity people can accomplish anything. Kawaki hears, but he doesn't listen. Kawaki works with people only in as much as they support Naruto. So long as Kawaki relies on his singular bond with Naruto, he cannot truly grow as a person. He thinks he can solve all of the problems of the world with Ishiki's abilities, yet his failure is inevitable. Itachi Uchiha once told Naruto during the 4th grade Shinobi War to never do anything by yourself. He acknowledged Naruto gained a ton of power through the Nine Tails, but lost sight of what was important. Naruto got to where he was because he took time to understand his comrades, and they accepted him in return. I think Itachi's words to Naruto then greatly foreshadow Kawaki's downfall in the future. Itachi says, if you forget about everyone else because you have power, you will become arrogant and egotistical, and eventually you'll become just like Madara. However powerful you are, don't take it all on by yourself because you will surely fail. Kawaki wasted a lot of chakra using Sukuna Hikona and Daikoku Ten in the recent chapters, but had he cooperated with Team 7 in their chakra control exercises, he would have been better off in achieving his goals. One of the few examples of Kawaki's short-term failure. While Kawaki understands Naruto's life and accomplishments, he doesn't understand what Naruto did to get to this point. Boruto, on the other hand, does. He got to understand his father through the Momoshiki arc. He also got to witness his father's childhood firsthand when he and Sasuke traveled back in time during the time slip arc. Kawaki thinks he's won because now Boruto is in his shoes. Boruto will eventually fall into despair. Yet, he will pull out of this despair and like his father before him, form bonds with people of the world and accomplish great things. This, in turn, will infuriate Kawaki, likely learning of Boruto's success through Ida. He has nothing, yet he's successful. Kawaki will be infuriated knowing that someone else was in his shoes and they had what he seemed to have lacked. Kawaki has stolen Boruto's identity, yet it's futile. Love cannot be purchased, and genuine bonds can't be faked. All of the Leaf will eventually distance themselves from Kawaki. They'll know on some level this isn't the boy that used to pull pranks in chapter 700 of Naruto. The boy who helped the Kage and defeat Momoshiki and Kinshiki, or the boy who saved the village from Ishiki's attack. Kawaki could never release Naruto or Hinata. Everyone that was in another dimension would obviously be immune from Ida's ability because they weren't there when she casted it. That lie will eventually start to eat at his ego. He won't truly know Boruto's life and how he operates in other relationships. Not to mention the other inconsistencies with pictures, jutsu, and other things of that nature. Kawaki's lie is a recipe for a disaster, essentially. So, is Kawaki a badly written character now? In my opinion, no, he isn't. A lot of great characters in fiction have flaws. Without flaws, wouldn't a character just be boring? Kawaki is a character with a lot of flaws, and there are aspects to like and dislike about him. His complexity as a character actually makes him interesting to me. Do I feel he should be redeemed? Or do you feel he should be redeemed? I'm on the fence on whether Kawaki should get another chance. He did permanently damage his brother's eye out of hatred for Momoshiki. He also attempted to kill Sarada as well. He sealed away Naruto, which is a great offense. And we cannot fully say yet, but it's possible he did destroy the Leaf Village in the future. But if the Naruto franchise has taught us anything, it's that redemption is possible. Look at characters like Orochimaru and Kabuto, who committed some of the most evilest acts in the series. Yet they are reformed in the Boruto era, helping society under restrictions and monitoring. Nagato even destroyed the Leaf Village at one point too, yet he gave his life to revive everyone at the time. Kurama, the now legendary and beloved character, was once the manifestation of hatred, feared and despised by all. Yet he became the hero through Naruto and gave his life to save the village he once destroyed the day Naruto was born. Kawaki can be redeemed if he accepts responsibilities for his actions and is held accountable. Perhaps his risk-granting ability could work to help repair some of the broken bonds he's established. Only time will tell where his story will go next, and I'm excited to see it.